Going in for murals, are we?
It looks all right, doesn't it?
I don't like it.
Well, what's wrong?
Well, it shows us how big the division is without telling us how to cope.
Aye, there's a lot to cover.
And people in Gunnershaw go on as if it's the only place we have to think of.
Well, there's naught to do outside of town, is there?
Not much there isn't. What about that lorry hijacked over at Wakeley? Doesn't have to be in the middle of Leeds to be crime, you know.
Any luck with that one?
What's on the books? Oh, is this all we get from headquarters? Cars lost or stolen?
Not enough on your plate, you said.
Enough to keep Caleb on his feet.
Not want more than that.
You're allowed light in here, you know. Comes off the rates, so it costs you nothing.
Oh, I didn't think we needed it yet, sir.
Gives the public a bad impression. Think we've gone home. Not that it would make any difference.
Like it, sir?
Ah, very tasteful.
Came midday.
How prompt. I only asked for it 6 months back. Huh, they would have.
Missed something off, Inspector?
No, put something on. Cluff's head farm. His family were bound to get on it somewhere.
Oh, it's very detailed.
Gunnershaw division, eh? Why can't they be more accurate and call it Cluff country?
Here, Clive.
I'm buying that top meadow next year. Oh, good.
He, the old man, would have been suited.
Aye.
Don't let it get too big, though, John.
What?
The farm. We've always been farmers, lad, not squires. I wonder if that kettle's boiled yet.
Aye.
You men always know when there's tea ready.
Well, he hasn't got time for tea, has he, Alice?
I never stop in this house. And the Moses get through a few gallons a day.
Aye, but Moses prefers something a bit stronger, you know.
He always did.
Did you give him a call, love?
I don't stop your help working before you say so.
She expects you to believe that, you know. I'll just give him a shout. Moses!
He's not doing too much, is he?
John? Oh, well, you know what he's like. He likes to make a go of it.
Well, the more he does, the more help he'll need. Old Moses can't go on forever.
Oh, don't you tell Moses that. He reckons on reaching 100.
He never will. Not with the habits he's got.
You come round to see if he's doing it right, Caleb.
Got to keep an eye on the youngsters.
Oh, you're not with the lad yourself. How's that inspector of yours? Keeping a rein on you?
He tries, you know.
Leeds, man, they're soft in the South Sea.
That tea's to be drunk, you know.
Aye, thanks. When I was in Navy, it was 3 parts rum.
With Jellicoe.
Jellicoe. Nelson, lad, Nelson. Young people today don't know what tea tastes like. Poor lot they are, excepting young Joan.
You think she'll manage, do you?
Of course she will. Great little lass. Wouldn't have been brought up right, though, Caleb, if I hadn't seen to it. That lot of good these two as parents.
I don't know where you find the energy, Moses. Running the farm for 'em, being a father to their lass.
Alcohol, lad, alcohol. I don't know where I'd be without it.
I know where it'll put you.
Now, you won't find me underground for a year or two. You been doing any detecting jobs these days, Caleb?
Well, when Mole gives me a chance. Why? Have you got to crime?
No, not yet. But if young Joan don't get rid of that lad she's taken to, there could be trouble.
How's that?
Him and his folks, strangers. You always get trouble with strangers.
Hark at old Plymouth.
I've been here 40 years now. I belong.
Oh, what was all that about?
It's the new folk up at Fellside in the pub. Joan's going about with a lad. They're at school together.
Moses jealous?
Aye, he's like a kid when it comes to our Joan.
What's the lad like?
Young Jim? Oh, he's all right.
Aye, he's a nice lad.
The velocity of the insect on the table is approximately 11.52 inches per minute. You see?
No, and I never shall. I prefer geography.
You need to around here.
You still get lost.
I can find the bus stop all right.
You're not going to leave that mess, are you?
Oh, the water will wash it off.
No idea, you town folk. I love this old bridge. You lads throwing stones. You can't help yourselves, can you?
Suppose not.
Do your parents like it here?
Our Mum loves it. Not sure about Don. I don't really know much about him yet. Something else I have to get used to.
New dad. That must be difficult.
Oh, he's all right.
Can't imagine what it'd be like having someone new in our family. A new father.
When it happens, you don't have time to think about it.
Do you know the shortcut over to your place?
To the George? No.
Oh, come on. I'll show you. Finding your key? You haven't met Jim, have you?
Afternoon.
You better get up to your room. You'll be late for your tea.
Don't be daft. I'm showing Jim the Gil.
Better luck, he might pull up.
What's the matter? Don't you like me?
No, I don't.
Well, hard luck.
You wait till I get you up home. Don't take any notice of him. He's daft.
I won't.
Hello, Uncle Caleb. This is Jim.
Afternoon, sir.
Hello, lad. How going on, Joan?
Do you know anything about trigonometry?
I don't think that had been invented when I was at school.
Oh, you were lucky. Jim's trying to teach me, but he's not having much luck.
She's trying to help me find my way around, but she's having no luck either.
Well, it takes a few years.
Well, I'm going to show him the Gil.
Oh, yeah? You go easy.
Bye.
If that's the lad, I've seen worse.
Not round here, you haven't. What good's a lad like that to our Joan?
Isn't there an easier way?
Oh, you'll get used to it.
I bet I won't.
Come on. Where's your stone, then?
Eh? Oh. I wouldn't like to slip down there.
Just watch where you put your feet. Come on. And don't touch this or you'll have it down.
Where's the George from here?
Over the top and down the Gil, and you walk in through your own front door. Oh, go on. Can you give us that?
Thanks. £32 and 10p.
Oh, Jim, I didn't hear you. Oh, that can't be the time.
Oh, it is. Be opening time soon.
I must have been hours over these.
I wish you'd leave them to me. I'm used to figures.
Oh, I don't want you bothering yourself, Jim. Don and I can manage.
Ah, you can. I don't know about Don.
Now, Jim.
Well, he could have given you a hand.
Well, I didn't ask him. He's got the bar to look after.
Ah, he does it in his sleep, does he?
Look, Jim, I know it's difficult for you, and I'm sorry. But you must give him a chance. For my sake.
Well, I just think he could do more to help, that's all.
Don't you like him at all?
Well, yes, I do. Well, it must be all right if you married him.
Yes. Homework tonight?
Oh, just revision.
Well, there's some tea in the kitchen.
Right. Mum, don't worry about me and Don, will you?
No. No, I won't. Don. Don, it's nearly time.
Oh, hello.
Opening. Do you want your tea first?
Oh, yes, please. Yeah, sat down for a nap. It's gone on a bit. I'll give you a hand.
I've done the books.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Peggy. You should have called me. I'm not much good at this job, am I?
It's a lot harder than it looks.
No, I'm a born layabout.
No.
I did tell you, you were warned.
Don, I'm not complaining.
You know, you should push me a lot harder. I need a good shove now and then to get me going.
Don't think I could do that. Come on, tea.
No, you do very well, Peggy, but you got to be more of a bully. I'm full of good intentions, but they don't get you very far, as you well know.
You don't give yourself a chance.
I know. That's always been my trouble.
Why is that bookstall always closed?
Hey, they're off for the tea.
They're mythical.
The what?
I've never seen them once. I don't believe they exist.
You'll see them in Buffett.
Oh, thank you.
Ticket, please.
What?
Your ticket.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a ticket, have you, look?
You worried about your job? Lose a ticket, lose a job.
Nothing like that.
Don't have to stare at me.
I just want
I'm
your
not
ticket.
from a circus, you know.
No, madam.
There you are.
Thank you.
You're in a hurry, aren't you? Want to get off for a quiet smoke?
Thank you, madam.
Oh, they're a lot like you. You wouldn't worry about that, though. I want to get somewhere.
Oh, aye, local.
Yeah, I've got it here. Fellside?
Well, that'd be Fellside.
Oh, it could be. Is there a hotel there?
The George, aye. Hey, I don't know if they're taking folk yet, though.
They'll take me.
You'll need a taxi. You can phone.
Yeah, well, I've just got to sit down. Oh,
Hey, you're not feeling badly, are you, love?
I've got to get to Fellside.
Aye, I know. Inspector!
Yes?
This lady wants to get to Fellside.
Indeed.
Aye, the George.
Oh, you can get a taxi, can't you?
I think she's feeling badly.
I'm all right. Where's the phone?
In the booking hall, madam.
It's quite a long drive, madam, particularly if you're not feeling too good.
You're an inspector, too?
Yes. No. I mean, now look, madam, it's...
I'm going to visit some friends.
I know, at the George.
Yes. I've got friends back.
You do get 'em in this town, don't you?
Aye, she's a woman.
Wasn't a bar on that train, was there?
No,
Funny. She smelt like a distillery.
she was badly.
I'll keep an eye on her.
Took you long enough to get in?
Aye, I was just making sure you'd have gone.
Thank you for nothing.
I don't know. You here, moling gonna show, I get no peace at all.
You've not been at the station till now.
Oh, more sense. Anyway, young Barker knows what he's at.
Well, they don't pay him to do your job.
I earn my keep.
Come and get it then.
Oh, well, if it means you're on your way.
When you've set up.
There. Nothing for the dog?
Oh, he knows where to look. It's in kitchen.
Well, I shan't want all this lot, shall I? Come on, Clive.
Oh, no wonder he's getting slow.
What?
Poor thing can hardly move with all the scraps you give him.
Ah, get away, woman. You know nothing about dogs. You stick to your cooking. I brought some bacon back from the farm.
Ah, about time. The other's nearly walking. How were they?
Working hard and not saying much. Now, off you go.
Moses all right?
Same as usual.
Having a good grouse, was he?
Never stops.
Young Joan still the apple of his eye?
Aye. Growing up fast, though. She's looking for somebody a bit younger than Moses.
Ah, she would be. They all start young these days. Who is it?
Who is what?
I know you don't gossip, but you know what goes on. And you wouldn't let your niece go around with the wrong sort of fella.
I know nothing about the lad, except he's the son of the new people at Fellside.
Oh, city folk.
Aye? But he might get over that.
All has been Fellside folk up at George. All has.
You dosed them this morning, then?
I did. Stands to sense.
What does?
Oh, local pub is local people. In the local otherwise.
Oh, they've got to get settled in, haven't they?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I don't see 'em staying, that's why. They'll not get custom. Folk will stay away or go up to Burnside.
Well, they'll get you. You go to the nearest.
Aye, to keep an eye on 'em. They'll take liberties otherwise.
Give 'em a chance.
I'd give 'em nothing. Coming up here where they're not wanted. Soft talking, getting it out, girls.
Say what?
Any lads down here were good enough.
You need dosing like them sheep. You must be daft.
Oh, I'm not daft. You read the papers. All is causing trouble.
They're quite all right. You go down there and have a pint.
I'll have more than one, I'm telling you. I'm off out.
You're going up to the judge?
I am.
In those boots?
Aye. Just to show him.
Well, if you see Jim, tell him you're sorry for what you said.
Not likely. You choose your company better.
What?
Doesn't like your friends.
Why not?
They got no right to be up here. They can go back as soon as they like.
Well, what have they done to you?
I got no time for any of them. Your folks all come from these parts and all us has. You should be ashamed. All of you.
What's he talking about?
He's an old man and he's got a thick skull, lassie. He doesn't like change and he can't abide strangers.
Well, we're all like that round here. But why is he so against the Swans?
He doesn't think they're good enough for you, love.
He's a daft old man.
He might be right, though. I mean, we don't know much about him, do we?
Well, you have to find somewhere quiet, haven't you? You go mad in the town.
Not getting much quieter. Not up here.
Well, as long as we have somebody cheerful like yourself to talk to.
Happen.
Of course, take a little while to settle down, get known.
About 20 years or so.
It's the same everywhere, isn't it?
Suppose so.
Would you like another drink?
Ah, thanks. Moses, what got your hat?
What do you think?
Evening, sir. You're just in time. What are you going to have?
I get me own.
I'm just getting them in, sir.
And not for me.
Suit yourself.
You walk over.
Aye.
Oh, must have a thirst on.
Must have coming here. That's for mine.
Oh, you are having one then, sir?
Didn't come in for warm.
Thanks, Mr. Swann.
Cheers. What'll it be, sir?
Half a bitter and a strong ale. I mix it myself.
Suits yourself.
Independent is Moses.
So it would seem. That'll be 2 and 5, sir.
Oh, put your prices up already, have you?
2 and 4, I'm sorry.
I should hope so. Doesn't go down here, you know.
Well, it doesn't go down anyway, does it, sir? Everybody makes mistakes.
Aye, some do.
Evening.
Good evening.
Ain't nobody seems to want our sandwiches, do they?
Shouldn't cut 'em up like that. Round here we eat crusts and all.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You wouldn't.
Don't you worry about him. He chews nails, too.
You can have some of them if he wants them, and a pickled onion.
A lot of blizzing.
That's right. You tuck yourself in there and keep quiet.
He always goes on like this, does he?
I go on when it's cold. Look at this muck.
Well, there's not...
Good evening. Can I help you? I'd like a room. Oh, this way, please.
All one another.
I heard you.
You want a hand?
You let him get on with it, Tom. He's spry enough, throwing my beer around, I can tell you.
Now, look, I've taken about as much as I'm going to take from you. If you don't like this place, get out and find someone else.
I'll go where I like. This is my local and has been for 40 years. I'll not be put out for no stranger.
All right, I'm sorry about the drink. I'll get you another in a minute. Do you mind if I sweep up?
Oh, I'm not stopping you.
Is that your husband in there? Yes, it was. He broke a glass. Is he nervous by nature?
No, not at all.
Could prove an expensive business.
Yes. I'm afraid we're not quite prepared for visitors. I'll get number 7 ready for you.
Good. Quiet here, isn't it?
Well, especially now.
I like it to be quiet. Makes it cosy, doesn't it?
Well, I'll leave him to you, Mr. Swann. If he gets too much, you hit him with a bottle and send him home to John Cluff on morning bus.
You sure you have to go, sir?
Oh, Mrs. Such skin me. Good night, you old rogue.
You might get some service now you stopped your blither.
Night, all.
Good night.
I hope you'll be comfortable here, Mrs. Cole. What's the view like? You can see across from the back of the hotel to the moors. It's very nice.
Like that sort of thing?
Well, yes, but I suppose you do.
Me? Love it.
Hey, not much confident, are you?
I get worse on the stairs every day. Oh, thank you.
Yes, a pleasure.
You're a guest here?
Oh, no, ma'am, I live here.
Son of the house, are you?
That's right.
That must make him feel old.
Who's that woman?
Mrs. Cole? Oh, she's just arrived. She's staying here.
Not expected, was she?
No, she wasn't.
She's a bit odd.
Oh, probably tired.
Well, no, I'd say she was drunk or something.
You don't really close for residents, do you?
Up round here, don't close to anyone. This way is not when they run right. But people who understand us.
Doesn't Mr. Swann? Do you find it difficult to get on with your customers, Mr. Swann?
I seem to manage.
You're not pouring like that, you don't.
You're very hard on him. We can't all be local. Some of us have to come from other places. No different people. Don't we, Mr. Swann? Well, don't we?
Yes.
You've got to be tolerant. We all have our faults. I'm sure you do. Now, ours is that we're strangers. That we're very sorry. Aren't we? Well, aren't we?
Excuse me.
Oh, don't go. I want another drink. How about you?
I'd pay me own.
Oh, I know you. You're a tight-fisted, clannish, sour-faced old man. All right, buy your own. I don't care. I'm sure Mr. Swann doesn't. Do you?
Jim, bed?
Well, you want time clear enough?
No, they're still in there. By the look of it, they will be there for some time.
Oh, Don will get him out. He didn't look too pleased when I poked my head in.
No. Now go on, off you go.
Right. Time.
Time be blowed.
You'll get no more, sir. Good night.
You people, there's naught here for the likes of you. You stick to your own kind and your own types. We don't want you around here, none of you.
I sympathise with you. But they've got to get to bed. We all have. Is your wife gone up yet, Mr. Swann?
I don't know.
You'll not stay. You're not stomachy.
He sounds very definite.
Can you get back to the farm all right by yourself?
What do you know about it? How far is it? Do you know? Of course you don't. Like as not, you could go out of that door and into the beck and drown your stupid soft lot.
I am an authority on drowning. Do it regularly. Of course, it's no good if it doesn't taste right. Local colour? Look at you.
Oh, I was just looking up, dear. I think Mrs. Cole wants to get some sleep.
Oh, what a good idea. Number 7, wasn't it?
That's right.
Good night, then.
Oh, Mrs. Cole, your bag.
Lord, yes. All the family secrets.
I think she was drunk when she got here.
What?
Mrs. Cole.
Oh, yes.
I suppose it's something we'll have to get used to.
Used to? We'll get used to nothing in this place. There's no trade all night, and look what we do get.
Well, the old man was in from Cluff's Head, and that Tom Drew was in earlier, wasn't he?
That old man, if he gives me another evening like that, I'm going to break his neck.
What did he say?
No, we're strangers, that's all. We're strangers. We don't belong here. Makes it sound like the Wild West.
Well, you know what country folk can be like.
What I do now. All that nonsense and now that.
What?
Oh, nothing. Nobody's going to get us out of here. Nobody's going to spoil it.
Did you sugar it then?
Now, what do you think?
Aye, you did.
No, the first one I don't. Joan, love, isn't it about time he went on up?
Moses back yet?
Don't talk daft, love. He'll only just have started supping by now.
And it's gone closing time.
Happen, but that's the time he regularly starts. He won't be in yet a while.
Maybe they like to close on time.
Moses will have a thing or two to say about that. Oh, don't worry, love. He'll be all right.
Will he get a lift?
Aye, if Tommy Drew's coming back this way. Otherwise, he'll have to walk.
He's getting on for that.
Don't you believe it. He'll be back in time for milking and fresh as a daisy.
No right, you know, at this time. Soft up. No right, you know. I'm a traveller.
Yeah. No, Don. You don't keep a very good pub, do you?
Through each other. Stuck up. No use to anyone. Ah, come, lot!
In here.
You're very dramatic.
I'm not talking to you upstairs where the others are.
They'll know soon enough.
They better not. How did you find me?
I asked a few questions here and there. You make a lot of friends, Don. Everywhere you go, you shoot the old line, make an impression. You'd be surprised how many people remember you. With affection, of course!
Keep your voice down. I don't want it broadcast.
I'm sure you don't!
I'll have the hide off his back when he gets in.
He's getting old for late night.
Oh, nothing. He's just getting more awkward. I bet he got in with them swans and kept him open all night. And then probably took a rum.
You earning your money today?
I'll take a walk down the high street, see what's doing.
You'd better. They'll be retiring else.
Ah, you blather too much, woman.
You expecting anyone?
No.
Neither am I. Why, Moses, what do you want?
Cailing in.
Oh, then what's brought you here? Nothing wrong at the farm, is there?
Oh, there's not wrong with farm, but there's trouble at pub. Aye, real bad.
Don? Don? Don, she just isn't here. Her bed's not been slept in, her bag's still packed and her coat's gone.
Well, she wouldn't have gone out, love. You saw what she was like when she went up.
Well, she must have. She could have gone anywhere. I mean, apart from the drink, I don't think she was quite normal.
No, she wasn't.
Don, did you know her?
What?
Well, I mean, it was the way you looked at her.
Oh, no, of course not.
You'd tell me.
Where's Jim?
Oh, he's outside somewhere looking for her.
Where?
I don't know, anywhere.
I better go and give him a hand.
Don, the coat's down by the back. She could have gone in.
A big coat on river bank. If she went in there, she won't come up in the same place.
Downstream, in the pool.
Aye, that'd be more like it.
What were you supposed to be doing around there?
Watching?
Watching what?
Well, I knew something was up.
Harry, it's Caleb for you.
Tell Barker as soon as he comes in. Aye, the George. What about Dr. Hamm? No, well, if you haven't found a body...
Body? What body?
The inspector wants to know what body. All right, I'll tell him.
Who was that, Bullock?
The sergeant, sir.
At this time in the morning? What's he got for us now?
Well, they're not sure. It could be the body of a woman seeing up at the George.
What do you mean, could be?
Well, they haven't found her yet.
It is later than you think. No need to remove that hat. You're coming with me to consider a Cluff offering.
What is it, sir?
You never know with Cluff.
Village Hall Police Station? Swann? Oh, I see. Oh, you have you? Just hold on one moment, sir. It's the licensee of the George on the phone. He says it's that woman, all right.
I saw when she arrived. Drunk on her feet she was.
Well, that
Might have fallen. More likely chucked herself in.
Either is possible from what I could see of her.
wouldn't have left that coat of hers behind by accident.
Suicide, then?
Happened.
Seems a long way to come.
Not if she had good reason. Take, lad.
Here we go again.
Not a lot we can do at the moment.
And why not?
Until we get Dr. Hamm's report, sir.
Well, we've had the sergeant's.
Well, are you satisfied? Will you take him?
What are you on about now?
Oh, this'll get him out. You'll have to make an arrest.
Inside. Are you going to tell me what you've been up to?
I told you everything I know.
Enough to write a book. Doesn't mean to say I believe a word of it.
Well, you found the body, like I said.
That's right, we did, and where, you said. And it just might have been you that put her there.
Well, it wasn't me.
Who was it, then?
Well, it wasn't me.
You said.
Well, it must have been one of them, must have.
Moses, lad, I think you're going off your chump. We've got a body, right? And that's all we've got. We don't know how she died, we don't know how she got in that beck. She could have walked in, you know, accidental death. You're trying to turn it into murder.
Oh, must have been.
What's got into you? You've been after these folk ever since they got here.
Strangers.
Ah, no, that doesn't make them into murderers.
Oh, it does. You're the police.
Now, that's
not...
enough. I'll not listen till you talk a bit of sense.
You leave me alone, kid.
I'll do that. Just sit down and cool yourself off. You'll not be feeling much like school today.
No, sir.
Don't say I blame you. Mr. Swann?
Oh. Yes, Sergeant.
I'd like to see the room, please.
The room? Oh, yes, Sergeant.
It's going on as if it's serious.
Well, I have to. And it is serious, really.
She was strange.
Yes.
She could have gone out there and fallen in.
Yes.
But she wouldn't have taken her coat off first.
Jim, dear, stop talking about it, will you?
It's nothing to do with Don, is it?
Jim, stop it.
You haven't taken anything out of this room, have you, Mr. Swann?
No. No, of course not.
Funny. I'd say there was something missing. Right, Mr. Swann.
So we need one or two more facts to complete our investigations, but they may take a little time in coming to light.
Like how she died?
Precisely. So, under the circumstances, Mrs. Swann, you will understand that we'd appreciate your remaining available to us.
You don't want us to leave the hotel?
Oh, let us say the district, Mrs. Swann.
Oh, yes. Will this take long, Inspector?
Oh, we have our methods, you know. Some of us.
Ah, Any luck?
None.
Up to Dr. Hamm now, then. Look, get these over to him, will you, and tell him I don't think they're aspirin. Go in the car and take Moses with you.
Still got him, have we?
Aye, but he's wandering. Can't hold his liquor like he used to. Take him back to my brother. Tell John if he can get anything like sense out of the old lunatic is to let me know.
Do you believe anything he says?
Well, he did find the body, didn't he? For the rest is what you'd call a hostile witness.
Oh, where's Mo? He's in the lounge with the Swans.
Keeping his mouth shut.
Oh, some hopes.
Moses? Moses, come on, lad. You're going back to Cluff's Head?
Yeah, I'm not up to walking.
Nobody asked you to. Detective Constable Barker taking the car.
Police car?
That's right.
It might give wrong impression.
You've already given it, Dad. Come on.
And where are they off to, eh?
Back to the farm. John will keep an eye on it.
Is that wise?
It'll drive me mad if he stops on here.
Not a very responsible attitude, Sergeant.
Perhaps not, but practical.
I wonder why you bother to be a policeman.
Inspector Mole, perhaps you could help me.
Me? You?
On a little matter of detail.
Oh, well... Well, what is it?
When you saw this woman at the station, what did she have with her?
Suitcase and handbag.
Thank you very much.
Why, what is missing?
Handbag? Seemed likely she'd have one, but I've not seen it.
Well, we'll just have to look. I mean, it might be anywhere.
I'll break his neck.
I beg your pardon?
Moses. Good lad. That wasn't there when I came in before. Stupid old fool.
Concealing evidence, eh?
No. Revealing it.
Moses was always a contrary man.
Oh, don't say that in front of Caleb.
Well, what's the old boy trying to do?
Don't ask me. And don't ask Caleb, he doesn't know either.
Up to him, then.
That's it. But don't even know if he got foul play yet.
Moses does, from the sound of it.
Any sort of sense. Now look, I've known you ever since I were a lad. I know you're not daft.
You're right there. I know what I was doing.
Do you? I think you've just got it in for these people because they're strangers and because young Joan happens to like their lad.
And not so.
But when the police surgeon's finished with that woman's body, I might be looking for a murderer. And that murderer just might be you.
Me? I never killed her. I never said anyone killed her. You're the police. You find out.
Where did you find that handbag?
By the coat on with the bank.
What were you doing there?
Well, I wasn't drunk, but I'd had some. I knew something was up.
With the Swans?
That woman knew him.
Did she? How do you know?
Well, I just felt it.
I just feel you're making the whole thing up.
Oh, she knew him all right, and he knew her. When she walked in, he near passed out.
Did his wife know her?
No, I don't think so.
And you just waited around all night because you thought that something was up?
Well, I'd had something.
Yes, yes, we keep coming back to that, don't we?
But I knew what I was doing.
Did you take anything out of the handbag?
No.
Did you look in the handbag?
No.
You just took it and put it where it would cause the most trouble?
Aye.
Aye. It isn't easy sometimes being a policeman. And people like you make it well nigh impossible.
You're not a policeman. You're one of us.
That's not the way it's turned out.
Well, isn't Cluff back from that farm yet?
He hasn't been in yet, sir.
I expect he's drinking tea and talking sheepdog trials. Well, I best go and see if Dr. Hamm is having any luck with our corpse.
Shall I come, sir?
No, you will not. There's not CID yet, you know.
Anyone would think we wanted to pinch the body.
I should have given him the accident reports to play with.
He's off to Dr. Hamm, I'll bet.
Aye, still trying to do you out of a job.
You've got to hope. Set up as this one, from start to finish.
Oh, aye?
If Moses comes in and asks him for cups of tea, you just throw him out.
I've lost half a day's work out of him.
Ah, you should have leathered him, stupid old man.
No, Mum, it's not as bad as that, and you know it.
Don't you believe it. You just ask your uncle.
What did he want to go and cause all this trouble for? It's bad enough as it is.
I don't know, Jim. He's always been an odd character. Well, he's looked after me like a granddad. He's getting a bit out of touch. Anyway, that's what Mum said.
I'm right.
Oh, it's been terrible for us up at the George. Your uncle, the sergeant, was all right. The inspector was putting it on a bit. Said we weren't to leave the district. Well, I wish we hadn't come.
Oh, don't you worry. It was probably an accident.
She looked crazy to me.
Couldn't be any crazier than our Moses.
Does your mother need any help, Jim?
No, I think she'll be all right, thanks, Mrs. Cluff.
Well, come on, we'll take a walk over there. I'll sit with her and have a bit of a chat. Take a shortcut.
Out. Go on, off you go and earn your keep.
What are you doing here? Oh, I thought they got you all in jail by now.
Moses, you leave that boy alone. Get back to your work.
Hey, you don't have to go, though. Won't you, pipsqueak?
Moses, will you stop it? What's got into you? You're making their life a misery. They're twice what you are, any of them. Now, come on, Jim.
Go on, off you go.
She never talked to me like that before.
Well, she has now. Don't think you don't deserve it.
Twisted around there. She never talked to me like that before.
John will be in after you, and if he does, it'll mean your cards.
Oh, that'll be right.
You know, you should never have looked twice at me. I wasn't worth it.
I knew enough about you not to worry. I knew that if we got away, found somewhere like this, you'd be all right.
Didn't work, did it? Oh, you never knew the full story, Peggy. I'd have walked out on you one day when I got some cash.
No, Don, you wouldn't.
You've a lot more faith in me than I have in myself.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's good, but doesn't help us much at the moment, does it?
He's never taken this long before.
You saw her, dead and alive. It can't have been easy for him.
What about us? Given us more trouble than anything I can remember.
Not exactly straightforward.
If you mean chaos, you're right. Perfectly good corpse, perfectly good suspect. On the other hand, she might have gone in for a midnight swim. Well then, Dr. Hamm, what is it?
Right chemical bag of tricks you sent me. We ought to keep it for lectures.
Dr. Hamm, we have a right police bag of tricks waiting.
She was a mess. Well, you saw her. She was up to here in alcohol, and what with the pills, she must have been something of a trial.
Cause of death?
Heart failure due to shock, but it happened before she went into the water. She certainly wasn't drowned.
Time?
Oh, between 11 o'clock last night and 1 o'clock this morning. Say midnight.
Signs of violence?
Any amount. From the rocks. But there were marks on the wrist that might suggest she was held, but I certainly couldn't pin down one blow that might have caused the shock.
But she was dead before she went in the water.
Definitely.
So someone put her in and left us signs of suicide. Right. We'd best get up there before any more complications set in.
Happy?
Tell me about the pills.
It would have been easier on the road.
Don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
How far down is it?
I don't know. Careful, Olivia. This is a narrow bit.
No.
You get away from there!
Joan!
No!
Can't get down there. I'll go back to the farm. Too far now. The nearest Fellside pub. I'll get Tom.
Hang on, laddie. He's gone to help.
Don, where are you going?
I'm just going out the front. I'll be back in a minute.
Don!
Let me go, Peggy.
But you're not... Oh, Don, it'll make it worse.
It'll keep you out of it.
No, it can't.
Look, it must.
Don! Joan's gone over the edge of the gill.
I can't stop.
We've got to get her up. She can't hang on much longer. She'll be killed.
You got a rope up there?
No.
Right.
I don't know, Sergeant. I don't know where he's gone.
How long ago, Mrs. Swann?
10 minutes, I don't know.
Well, he can't have gone far because his car's still in the drive.
Right!
Joan!
She would have gone.
I know, laddie. He did us proud. Should never have happened, though.
All right, I know.
Got a spell in my finger, Mum.
Let me have a look, love.
We're very grateful to you, Mrs. Swann. You've been right neighbourly between you.
John, take me into Gunner Show.
Eh?
I've got to talk to Kate.
Moses just confused it for us. It was quite simple.
Look, she was lying there. Didn't know what I'd done.
You've no idea.
All right, I must have hit her. I don't know.
But she was dead.
Yeah. Couldn't believe it. I thought with the clothes you might think she'd taken her own life, but...
You then took all you wanted from the handbag.
Yes, everything that connected her with me. Everything that said she was still my wife.
And you married your present wife?
Peggy, yes.
But you were still legally married to this
Yes.
woman. Piled it up for yourself, haven't you?
Going to blackmail you, was she?
I don't know. You never knew what was going on inside her mind. Bad enough trying to get a divorce.
But you didn't?
Well, it went on, and then there was Peggy and her money, and it seemed easy. I did tell Peggy all about myself. Well, not everything, but enough to make her back out if she wanted to.
But she didn't?
No. No, she gave me a chance. I didn't take it, did I?
A lot of trouble for nothing.
Making it easy, is he?
Hasn't got a leg to stand on.
Did a good turn to the Cluffs, though.
Oh, but that doesn't balance the books, does it?
Oh, no, not tonight, Moses.
I had to bring him in, Harry. This time I think he's got something worthwhile to say.
Well, you know what the caution means?
Yes. I've nothing more to say.
No, I wouldn't if I were you. Come in.
Your brother's just brought Moses in.
Well, throw him out.
No. Bring him in.
Sergeant Cluff, I just
remind you, sir, this is still my office. CID. You sure he's got something to say?
Yes, Sergeant. He saw it happen.
At last. Swann, go with Mr. Barker.
Sergeant Cluff, one of these days I'll... Now for the ancient mariner. Oh, come on, man. Well, there's nothing you can add because he has told us everything.
I saw it. He hardly touched.
Go on, Moses.
Well, I were looking through lounge window. They quarrelled. She were going on like a banshee. She went for him, but he hardly touched her.
Did he hit her?
No, not a real punch or anything like that. She sort of went funny, couldn't breathe and fell down.
Did Swann deliberately hit this woman at any time?
No.
Witness for the defence.
You knew this, didn't you? All the time. And I couldn't get it out of you. First you tried to incriminate a man, and then you tried to get him off. Why?
Oh, it was Joan. He went for her. He could have got away.
Unlikely.
Aye, but he might have. All because of young Joan, eh? All because they were strangers. Like you.
Well, you don't know what they're like till you know them, do you?
I shall seek a transfer. It is heathen and Middle Ages.
Big division gonna show. Room for all sorts.